for Donald Trump. Well, happy Tuesday, guys. Got a little news for you. It seems that the head of the Latinos for Trump, Cuban edition, has been detained by ICE. I will vote for Donald Trump. These lessons just keep on coming. These lessons just keep on coming. Y'all never learn. So Donald Trump has now seized the very person that gathered, that pulled together, that united thousands, if not millions, of Latinos together to vote for Donald Trump. And now he has been detained by ICE. So he will go back to wherever they decide to send him with that I will vote with Donald Trump on his lips. Well. That's a very interesting discovery, don't you guys think? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I just dropped in to give that tidbit. But before I go, Latinos for Trump. One question for you. Is it great again yet? Asking for a friend.
Hello guys and welcome back and thank you. Let's jump right into what is still trending that got people still speaking, which is this Latino for Trump. Yes, the Latino for Trump right now, they are feeling the heat of this administration. They are feeling the heat of this administration, and the African Americans communities are just out there to remind them of November 5th, 2024, the election day. Yes, the African Americans are just like still reminding them, like, do not let us forget how we got here. Do not let us forget what the African Americans community were trying to prevent. And that was why they came out on November 5th to vote for the interest of the country, for the interest of themselves, which is the African Americans for sure, and for the interest of others. You know what I mean? African Americans are just like bringing out the receipt, like, yeah, we do not want to say we told you so, but do y'all remember November 5th? And I think some African Americans, they just want Latinos to have accountability. You know what I mean? Maybe when they do, it's going to help the Latinos to know how to vote moving forward. But you know when people just took to social media, some to rub it in, some to say, no, we are not feeling sorry for y'all yet. And I am going to be playing clips for y'all. Here and there, credit to the creators that have given us the opportunity to add our comments to this. Outside this, you can add your comments as well. It's free down there. Let's just respect ourselves while we do so. Let me roll the tape for y'all to see how people are putting their reaction to this.
If people getting deported looked like me, the left would not care.
Sarah, meth, please. Not today. How can I make this disgusting and inhumane situation of brown and black people being racially targeted, ripped from their families and friends, and thrown into detention centers or deported without due process about me and people who look like me, even though historically and currently it has never been me or the people who look like me being terrorized, but it has in fact been me and my fellow pimple plus people doing the terrorizing. Do y'all ever decenter yourselves? You're always trying to steal the spotlight thanks to white people, Christopher Columbus, and J-Lo. We can't never have shit. The whole time, the reality of the situation is if it were people who looked like you, whose rights were being violated, who were being ripped from their families, who were being deported without due process, that's the only time that you would care. And on the other hand, when white people come into this country illegally or break the law, you don't care. Exhibit A of this is Elon Musk, who came to the U.S. on a student visa to attend Stanford University, never enrolled in classes, and instead started working on his business. Mind you, and I'm going to hold your hand with an napkin in between when I say this, he didn't have a work visa, he had a student visa, which means he didn't have the proper documentation to be here and working, which means he was here illegally. So when y'all gonna start telling him to go back to Africa? Right. Oh, but they have to come here the right way. They have to follow the law. Elon Musk didn't come here the right way. And laws? Girl, you don't know her. You just voted for a 34th-time convicted felon. Like, what the? Mind you, coming to the U.S. illegally is a civil offense. That man has criminal offenses, plural, and y'all skipped happily on the 1 and 3 beat to the polls to vote for him. Please miss me with the bullshit. You never cared about someone coming here legally or following the law. You only care now because they don't look like you. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
He said it was a peaceful protest. Hold on. Until the people from Compton came in. He said, don't nip over there. They started it. Yeah, I don't believe you.
Okay, so last night when I talked to the sheriff, he had told me the situation in Paramount was under control, that the people that were peacefully protest have left. The situation was now across the street into the Compton area, and this was the unruly folks, that Saturday night crowd, the people that were there to actually protest immigration were gone. We agree that if you're being violent, you should be arrested. You should be prosecuted. There is no disagreement on that. I think that's a effort that we can all say. But this is not what's happening. We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes.
This is why we're telling you to keep your ass at home. No matter what, they're going to find a way to blame it on us. As if only black people are able to commit crimes. Look at this violent person. Right now, I'm robbing somebody's home. I'm stealing something. Look at me, the criminal. I am not feeling well.
Okay, so I know y'all remember her. That's Ileana Garcia, who I just recently found out is the leader and creator of Latinas for Trump. And she recently released a statement saying that the White House immigration crackdown was inhumane. Now, she said, "This is not what we voted for," State Senator Ileana Garcia said in a statement on Saturday. "I have always supported Trump through thick and thin. However, this is unacceptable and inhumane."
Well, they did sign up for it, actually, and this is what I campaigned on.
You politicians that are saying this, I don't know if you are saying this because you're hoping to get points back with your community, with your constituents who know that you sold them up the river, but it's not going to work. One, this is what you voted for. Do you not remember when this man held a rally and there was one person there that he didn't like at the rally? So he instructed the group of people to beat that person up and drag them out of the rally?
Get her out of here. But there's a slob. There's a real slob.
If he does that with somebody at a rally, what do you think he would do with the people that he has labeled horrible things that he says don't belong in this country? Y'all did know this was going to happen. This is what you voted for. This is what you wanted. Because if you didn't want this, there was another clear option of somebody who was not going to do any of this. The leader of a group called Latinas for Trump, that is Latin women for Trump, says it all. I cannot believe that you decided to put out this statement. Girl, bye.
We can see that the African American communities are holding firm, holding together, like holding their hands together on this issue of nowhere. We are not going to protest alongside with the Latino. And some say maybe later, but presently right now, until then, we are saying that African American communities are standing firm, that they ain't going out. One of the clips that I play in one of the videos, one African American community said, this lady said, if Latinos actually love the African Americans community, they should be telling the African American communities to stay back, to stay home, for their freedom not to be taken away from them. Because, do not let us forget, November 5th, 2024, African Americans community came out then. So if the African American community said no, not yet, or not now, I do not think that should be a problem. And that is why some Latinos are coming out and they are in a real conversation with the Latinos that voted for this administration. Like, what were y'all thinking? You did not think about Papa. You did not think about Mama, your niece, your cousins. You know what I mean? You have one of your family members, friends, or neighbor that might get trapped with this deportation. But we shall see how this is going to unfold. What do you think? You can add your comment down there in the comment section as well. It is free. Let's just respect ourselves while we do so. And for that, I say thank you. I will catch up with you guys in the next video. Bye for now.